I welcome all of you to this session on entrepreneurship development. In this se- session, we shall discuss about the entrepreneurship and its barriers. In the previous uh, class, in fact, we discussed about entrepreneurship uh, skills, advantage and disadvantage, and factors influencing entrepreneurship. So, in this class, we shall discuss about the difficulties which usually the entrepreneurs face in the performance of their business. As you know, entrepreneurship is concerned with organizing all facts of production and two are in order to achieve realize the predetermined goal. In this whole process of establishment of business and running it successfully means profitably will make you to face lot of difficulties. That too, the period of this pandemic and say new normal situation or this MSMEs, small scale industries actually face lot of problem due to demonetization, then GST, introduction of GST and all. Added to that, lockdown of economy has put further difficulties on these entrepreneurs. And the difficulties or those barriers of entrepreneurship can be discussed under the following captions or headings or points. First one, macroeconomic environment. See, micro, that is of your business or individual business units at a lowest level, and macro, that is at the country level. The macroeconomic environment in which small scale industries operates. See, you can start, or these entrepreneurs usually start their business in small size, then they expand and prosper. And today you can notice or understand the difficulties actually faced by small scale industries. They need to compete with big gigantic industries, maybe MNCs, multinational corporations and transnational corporations having huge capital base. And these small scale industries, no doubt they are having some sort of incentives and encouragement from government side. Still, they are having difficulties to withstand against the severe competition put forward by these big industrial undertakings. And at the national level, the government frames a policy, and these policies, as I told, if you take GST introduction, definitely suddenly these small scale industries felt it is very difficult to digest because as you know, only when they buy raw materials from GST registered suppliers, they can take the advantage of input tax. But immediately, or hitherto, they used to buy from maybe sometimes agriculture farmers who are not GST registered, and even now they are not registered. Thereby, they used to pay both the taxes or full amount. That was a trouble, and having this difficulty, they had some sort of hesitation, and even suppliers were not ready to supply as it was earlier. So these government policies, no doubt, they support small scale industries to participate in the business or to compete, and when they have a proper planning, they can complement or they can supplement with the uh, this big organization instead of competing with them, maybe through in the form of integrations and collaborations. The macro means a large and it refers to various factors existing in the environment. This business which operates in a socio-economic, political, legal, cultural, and demographic, I can say, because demography changes from place to place. Environment, that is external, and in this or this environment is subject to change. Whenever that change takes place in any of these dimensions, these entrepreneurs are need to adopt or bring change in them also. So sometimes instability of the government in a country. Earlier we experienced for decades the coalition. That during this coalition scheme of governments, actually, and yeah, business future of business are not so certain and stable. Instability was the experience. Even when there is a constant change of ruling government, they bring different policies in order to accommodate their election manifestos in the form of policies, business industry policy, or any such trade and commerce bills and all. So that is other, and this sort of changes and instability is usually a continuous or say common phenomena. Then legal and regulatory environment. Definitely, any entrepreneur is need to comply with all laws. Non-compliance becomes illegal and it is a criminal one. They need to face punishments either in the form of imprisonments or fines. So this starting with the license, today even if you wish to start some business, you need to take a lot of NOCs, no objection certificates from different authorities, revenue and say and environment, uh, drainage, electricity, lot around 2025. Starting with the license or permission from our local authorities or local government, maybe it may be a panchayat or a municipality or sometimes corporations, and the license and commercial and contractual laws, legal estate regulations, now RERA, uh, laws, registrations, Kata, 1911, lot of, and this one, it keeps on changes, and taking a legal license and permits, it is almost a very cumbersome activity. Such a barriers. You see, India has launched maybe present government in the previous period about Make in India concept. Make in India. Intention is to attract foreign capital. Though few foreign entrepreneurs and foreign NRIs shown interest to invest in India in the form of different business. Uh, the land acquisition and getting clearance was not that much easy. If you take foreign direct investments, no doubt a lot of Indian sectors like insurance, finance, banking, all kept open, offered open to the foreign investment, either institutional or individual. But there was a problem of marketing of brand. Multiple brand was not allowed, single brand, and conversion, that is convertibility into foreign currency. These are all such problems thrown due to the barriers. And the tax, maybe FERA, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, now it is FEMA. A lot of such laws puts or makes a business difficult. Difficult in the sense complex. This is another barrier. Then corruption and unfair competition. First you take corruption, where it is very much deep rooted in India. I can say in Indians, It said that Indians are intelligent, but they lack honesty. That dishonesty, that put to India are pushing India back. Wherever you go, it is very, say, social evil, we can say. For approval, seeking permission, sanctions, one must bribe. Another one, unfair competitions. Unfair competitions, not a healthy, maybe sometimes holding and creating scarcities by withholding supplies, and adulteration is another thing. Wherever you go, adulteration. You may be very prompt and honest, but the same product, if someone adulterates and markets, full Indian product may be banned at the international market. And well, it happened many times in the Indian, say, uh, clothes and all, in textile or paints or oil, many areas or products it happened. So this is another problem. Uh, Other one, it is called as a red tapism. Red tapism means intentional delay, and favoritism. Favoritism, or it is also called as a nepotism. Nepotism in the sense favoring by the bureaucracies in may consider caste, maybe practicing caste and religion and all. These sort of evils makes the entrepreneurship very difficult, or entrepreneurs fail. Then financial obstacles, of course, there are different schemes, and very latest one you can take Mudra loans. Banks say they are on their toe to advance, either commercial banks scheduled or some development banks and all. But when you are the entrepreneurs, approach these financial institutions with the, however, maybe the say viability or feasibility of the project they propose or their business proposition, they need to face a lot of problem, that guarantee and a lot of things. Maybe say startups now, startup loans. There are new schemes like cloud funding or angel financing or bootstrapping. Bootstrapping usually for sick units to for the revival, and export promotion units. If you, I mean, such business are started in such a zone or special economic zone, tax holidays and incentives, bounties can be avoided. But taking that benefit, but thanks to the present system, in many cases, direct payment to the bank accounts of the beneficiaries is the one good thing, which to a certain extent reduce this corruption and bribe also. Um, then general tendency of the financial institutions is reluctant to providing finance to small scale, with the intention of with by to overcome this difficulty. There are different organized setup mainly for the promotion of small scale industries. Maybe SIDB, Small Industry Development Bank, or small industries, uh, SSIs, or at district councils or technical consultants for promotion. There are many organizations. Still, there's, you see, some sort of discriminations among small and large organizations by the financiers, banking institutions, and even there is some say complaints on mudra schemes and all, or other one, startup financing. Everyone and government announces and it publishes even data, but when you take the survey, all are say it is very difficult and nobody has benefited out of that. The real reality may be the different thing. Next one, tax burden. Yes, of course, tax is the main source to the source of revenue to the government, and one has to pay. In many regions, government charges taxes to small scale industries or any entrepreneurs, similar to that of a large scale. But in order to take a tax benefit, one need to start such a business in the some special zones or in the backward region. When you go to such a backward region, you need to face some different problem, specific problem or unique problem which are coupled with that region. Maybe with regard to the infrastructures, not just the physical verticals, it may be other say connectivity problem and other thing now for applying or going for such technological advanced mechanism. Uh, so excess tax in the sense it will reduce the revenue of the entrepreneurs. Then challenges in attracting talents. See, skill. Though Indians are skilled and there is a migration, we call it as a brain drain. They migrate to other countries in all areas. Wherever you go in every country, the top positions are occupied by Indians. In spite of all these Skill India and Nirbhar, many schemes, India could not uh, succeed in retaining talents. That talent, what do we say, drain. It is continuous. But though Indians are skillful, Indian companies and these small units and enterprises face shortage of skilled people. Another thing, skilled in order to attract and retain these skilled people, one organization or employer has to pay more payment and incentives remuneration to the employee adds to the cost. Added cost in turn reduces the revenue. So it is possible only when company is able to attract efficient employees to join company, but candidates these days expect in for higher salary, lucrative they expect. So SSI has to compromise with the average candidates, average in sense less skill. Then difficulty to the source of raw materials, difficulty the accessibility to the source of raw material. See, for all other reason, a particular locality may be favorable, but the raw material may not be available there. They have to depend on the raw material from distant place. And in case when the weight of raw material is lost in the process of manufacture heavily, then it is better to locate the industry near the raw material. If it does not mix input and output more or less same, then either you can locate near the raw material place or near the market. But when the raw material weight will be added, normally in case of assembly line and all, it is better to locate the industry in place in cities or in urban areas or the place of consumption, nearer to the place of consumption. This difficulty of getting raw materials, for that better these small industries will have a reciprocal buying system from or with large organizations. Then the expenses to access priority, sorry, access proprietary technology means own heavy investment required. So most of the time they have to go for leased technical know-how or patents, for which they need to pay more. So this is about the barriers, some important. You can add any number to this while answering a question on topic. Then entrepreneurial stimulates. What stimulates or inspires or motivates people to become entrepreneurs? You, right? Increasing focus on capital formation by the government, making capital available to the entrepreneur to start a new enterprise. I told that is what startup financing, mudra loan, angel financing. See, angel financing is a system wherein when you present a good business proposition, this big leading organization will finance you initially as a seed capital. If you succeed, they will subscribe to the shares or they take certain share in the investment and they become a partner. If you fail, they don't ask their money back, right? Then maybe any such subsidized loans and all, or free consultation for the promotion. So the environment to transfer scientific and technological development into economically viable project. In the same chapter, you will come across, in third chapter for you, lot of institutes has been set up for the purpose of promotion of this entrepreneurship, and especially small and medium sized or MSMEs by the government, both at a national, central and state level. So here scientific and technological development into economically viable projects. Viable means profitable. Supportive governmental programs, EDPs, training, ERP developments and all this in science and technology, economic, a lot of aspect. Availability of sufficient training facilities. They train entrepreneurs. You see, if you take Roadside or Birds Banking Institute, there are even most of the banks, Syndicate Bank has a training institute and Manipal, where they provide free training months or up to 3 months period and all, like for the self-employment purpose. Free it is available, and there are some training institutes at a national, maybe Nice Bird and all. Then a collaborative relationship between business and research, joint and easy transferability of technology to a marketplace. Then endeavor create the ideal climate for innovation and entrepreneurial climate. It may be setting up of research in above, and training institutes, that lab, Atal Tinkering Lab and many things. So incubation centers by the government or by leading B schools and colleges. So totally, I can say you will have a very favorable environment to have your own business or to become a self-employed. Those are stimulants, maybe Atmanirbhar, loan schemes, banks and all, or Skill India or Make in India. These are all for the purpose, and there are some special encouragements to the women entrepreneurs also. So these are all about today's session. Thank you.